What's going on, everyone? I'm Zach, and this is Zach of All Trades. What's going on, everyone? So Christmas is right around the corner. So I'm going to have a simple project that any one of you can do at home with some basic tools. This is a fun, family, almost friendly project, depending on kids' ages. We're going to be making some lawn art for our front yard. I'm doing this all with scrap wood, so the cost is pretty much nil. I'm going to take you through all the tools, I'll take you through the steps, and then we'll get going on it. Okay, so here are all our basic tools we'll be using. The main tool we're going to be using is right here. This is a jigsaw. This is just my Ryobi. You can pick these up pretty cheap. This is a little bit better one, but again, they're not that expensive. Harbor Freight, you can get them for about 20 bucks, and then they go up in price from there. You're going to want some different blades. You're going to need a drill. A sander would be helpful. You're going to need a good old staple gun, paintbrush, safety glasses, different sandpaper. You're going to want some acrylic paint. That's for later on. You're going to want some primer paint too. That's a big step in it. Then depending on your lighting, you're going to want some different types of lights. So I have two different types of lights here. I got some mini lights that we can string up on the back depending. I also went ahead and got the spotlight. This is something I can put in my front yard to shine the light on them. And then the last item you really want to need, you're going to need some crystal glaze or some type of clear coat. Due to the acrylic paint, it's not waterproof, so after you paint it all up, everything dries, you want to crystal glaze it. That will seal the project in and keep the paint there for a long time. For the basic stuff, all we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making ourselves a little elf to put in our yard. I actually drew this myself, and I am not an artist, trust me, in any way. You can probably tell by the drawing, but this is just a guide. This kind of gives me a clue what it will look like. There's the whole outline of the elf. We added a couple more items. Again, my kids picked out the picture they wanted, and then we went from there, and I traced it on with my wife's help. As you see, I've darkened all my outside lines. This is a very big step. You want your outside lines to be the darker color with a black marker. Those are the lines we're going to be cutting with the jigsaw. After we do that, we'll sand her up and we'll go from there. So let's go on to the next step. All right, so now when it comes to getting started, first thing we're going to need, you're going to need your jigsaw, you're going to need your drill. This is a piece of like 3/8 plywood, just scrap I had laying around. Again, this is scrap. You're going to need a couple stakes. These are just some scrap wood I had laying around. I cut some quick stakes out of them. This will go on to hold it up. So when we get started, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our project and we're going to start cutting out all the angles using our jigsaw. What you'll use your drill for is sometimes you want to start pilot holes in any of the tight corners where you have to get in super tight. A pilot hole can help out a lot by drilling a couple pilot holes. Another big thing to talk about, let's talk about your different saw blades. So with jigsaws, they come with all types of different blades to use. So on some of them, get close up, on something like this one, this is a metal blade, a bimetal blade. But you see how the teeth are really fine. You can use this on wood. It will work fine. What this is going to do, this will cut our wood and give us a very nice line. But again, it doesn't cut very fast. It's very slow. You have to take your time with this. These are wood blades. They're a little more aggressive, but these will probably be the ones I go with. These are clean cut blades, meaning they leave a pretty clean line. You won't have as much chipping on the corners. This is a speed blade. Very fast. I can cut this thing out very quickly with this. The problem with this one is because the teeth are so big and the gaps are so big, this will leave a ton of splinters on the side. It will blow out on corners. It's great, but know which one you need for which part. I'll probably end up using my clean wood blade, and I might actually use a metal blade depending on where I get and how smooth I want those corners. Again, just know which saw blade you're going to use. All right, what's going on, everyone? So it is the next day. As you saw in the video, me and my wife started painting it last night. Well, I started, my wife finished it last night, so here's where we're at. So our next step now is we got to protect this paint on the outside. Again, this is just acrylic paint, so it is water soluble. So we do not, since it's going in the weather, we got to put something on it to keep it from rutting and to stay on. What I'm using is Rattle triple thick crystal clear glaze. This will work fine. I always say try to use some type of clear coat. There's many different ones out there. This is just the one I picked up at Walmart last night. So we're going to be painting this. Just do remember when you paint this to take it outside, do it in a well-ventilated area if you're using spray paint. It is very cold today, so I'm going to paint this and then put it into a warm room to help it dry faster, and then we can go to the next step.
Tell me, mother, did you miss me when I broke free? When I grabbed a bus to anywhere just to be elsewhere. I long to belong.
Alright, everyone, so our painting's done. We are now going to move on to the last step before we're ready to put it in. The clear hood has dried, it's ready to go. We're going to be installing our Christmas lights. Again, this is optional, you don't have to, but if you're going to, these are just some cheap Christmas lights I got at Walmart. I think this was a $2 set. I'm going to be stapling them around, so you're going to want a staple gun. I always have a tack hammer in case I need to send in the staples. Last thing you might need is you might need some wires, wire clips and strippers, and some electrical tape. That all depends on you if you're going to cut your wires. Most of the time, even this is one of the shorter lengths, I usually have a lot left over, so I'll clip them and make it a little bit nicer so I don't just have lights everywhere. Again, totally optional and up to you guys. So we're going to get started. So my wife's going to put you on the tripod, and then we're going to jump in and start setting the lights up. Alright everyone, so there was the project. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was pretty easy. Like I said, it's a bare minimum tool. Well, the cost of this project for me was pretty almost non-existent because I had all the wood, I have all the tools. Now if you don't, it's not that expensive. Most of the tools are pretty cheap. You can get scrap wood almost anywhere, but it's not a hard project to do. If you guys did like it, please subscribe and hit the like button. I try to put out videos as often as I can, and hope you guys have a great holiday season. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.